Do you know what today is? It's February TBR day. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How you doing today? Well, I hope. If you are new here, welcome, girl. Where you been? How you doing? What's new? I'm assuming you're here because you want to know what I'm reading for February. I got you, sis. If you are returning, hey boo, how you doing? Are you excited to know all the books I have lined up for February? I hope that you are. So if y'all like to hear it, here we go. So first and foremost, happy Black History Month. Oh my gosh. It like my favorite time of the year. Not only because it's Black History Month, but there's just something about February that is just, there's Valentine's Day. Winter is kind of almost over because it's February. Like, we are closer to spring than we are not. It's just, and then Black people, just my melanated people, we are just flourishing in the month of February because we, just have to show y'all. Not that we don't show y'all the rest of the year, but February is just, it is our month. We got to get y'all together per usual. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. So this month, everything that I am reading is by a Black author. Everything is by a Black author. There's only one that I'm not sure it's about. We'll get to that one. But yeah, everything is by a Black author because it is Black History Month. And I had all of this stuff planned for February. I am putting out some new merch. I will tell you all about that a little later. But the overall theme for me for this month and for Shelby in the book club is Black literature is literature. I feel like there is this thing where people feel like they don't know who our great authors are, and I feel like it's unrealistic. I feel like y'all are not well read if you have not read outside of your race. So this is the opportunity for me to get y'all together, because how can I complain and not make a change, or at least help you aid in a change? You get what I'm saying? Okay. So this month I have 8 books that I plan to read. All of them but one are here. But I think it'll be delivered tomorrow. No big deal. It'll be here in time for me to read it this month. So first, we are going to start off with The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Souljah. This is the book club pick for February, and I am so excited. Like y'all don't even understand. So one of the reasons why I picked this is, one, it's Black History Month. Of course, we are going to be reading a book that is a Black classic, a hood classic at that, written by a Black woman about Black things. But also because the sequel, after 20 years, is coming out next month in March, and I really want to read that, but I haven't read The Coldest Winter Ever since I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been like 13, 14 years since I've read this book. And I probably didn't have any business reading it then, but my mom is a cool mama. She was like, go on, hey girl, you can read it. So I read it. So I'm super excited to reread it as an adult, because I am very curious to see like how I feel about Winter and her shenanigans. There are a couple of things that I remember about the book, but there are also some things that I don't remember. So I'm super, super, super excited to read this and to see how I feel about it. Next on the list, we have A Red Death by Walter Mosley. As you guys know, this year I am taking the time to read through the Walter Mosley Easy Rawlins series. I absolutely loved reading A Devil in a Blue Dress last month. It was a really quick read. When you're seeing this, you probably won't have my wrap-up video for January just yet, but I'll talk more about that in my January wrap-up video about what I read, so on and so forth. Next on the list, we have The Prophets. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to read this book. From the moment that I read the synopsis, I was just intrigued. I was so glad to see that it was a book of the month pick, one of the books for the book of the month lineup for January. I believe this is a debut novel. The author's name is Robert Jones Jr. I believe it's his debut novel. I've heard very good things about it, so I am super excited to read it. I'm so excited. Next we have Just As I Am. It is Cicely Tyson's memoir. Oh my gosh, I love Cicely Tyson, but one thing that I've always had in my mind, like, I didn't realize her age because she's always been played, or she's always played an older Black woman in a lot of the different movies and things that I've seen her in. So I'm very curious about her life. She is one of our greats. And that's the book that I was saying. I know that it was written in conjunction with someone. I'm not sure if the person that it was written with is also Black. I will have to do my Googles on that, but we're still going to count it towards a Black History Month book because it is about Cicely Tyson. She is one of our matriarchs. Like, I love her. I don't know a Black person this side of the Mason-Dixon that don't love her. So yeah, I'm super excited to read that because I honestly don't know anything about her life, where she was born, any of that. I don't know anything. So I will definitely be going into this blind, and I'm super excited. Next, we have A Knock at Midnight, which is a story by a lawyer, I believe. Yes, it's by a lawyer, and it's about the parallels between her life and a case that she was working on. If you guys follow my mom talks about, like, standing in the gap, and there is a lot that goes on in our justice system that totally is against Black people, and there are a lot of Black women and Black men that are in jail for petty crimes that a white person wouldn't even be looked at twice for. So I was really interested in that and the work that went into that, so on and so forth. Next, we have The Girl with the Louding Voice. So if you guys did not know, I have a Patreon. The Girl with the Louding Voice is a book club pick for my Patreon book club. If you join my Patreon, you guys have the option to vote on what we read every month. And then we have a Zoom discussion at the end of the month about the book. Super fun. If you want to join, the link will be in my what was I about to say? In my underneath a bar. That is where it will be. So what have we talked about so far? The Coldest Winter Ever, A Red Death, Cicely Tyson's book, The Prophet, A Knock at Midnight, and The Girl with the Louding Voice. So the only thing that we have left is The Kindest Lie. The Kindest Lie is also a debut by Nancy Johnson. I had to look at the name because I keep forgetting. But this is actually a book that I received as an ARC. It comes out in February, February 8th, I believe, to be exact. And I'm super excited to read it. I've heard super good things about it. Excuse me. So I will probably be doing a reading vlog or something with that book, just so you guys can get more in detail about when it comes out and all that kind of stuff. But I've heard good things about it. Can't wait to read it. So I know what you're thinking. Shelby, how many pages do you have to read today? So if you guys remember from my first January TBR video, I talked about, or no, maybe it wasn't the TBR video, it was my tips and trick video. I talked about how in order for me to get through all of my books successfully, I adapted this trick that I saw somewhere in the interwebs where you add each page up from all of your books and divide it by the number of days in a month. So I did that, and I will be reading 100 pages a day, which is not super crazy because that is usually around about my goal anyway. So last month, which I'll talk more about this in my January wrap-up video, but last month what I did was I would either round up. So if I think last month my goal was 87 pages a day. If I had to read 87 pages a day, I would either push it to that 100, or let's say the chapter didn't necessarily end at 87 pages. I would just go to the end of the page. So I ended up reading about 100 pages a day anyway. So I'm not worried. And some of these books aren't super long. As you can see, like the Coldest Winter Ever, I'm sure I will get through that in the blink of an eye. I'm thinking the same thing with A Red Death. I'm thinking that like with a lot of these, because the synopsises, is it synopsises or synopsi? I don't know. They all seem really good and are things that I missed. The book, The Vanishing Half. Okay, they all seem like really good books that I want to read, or that I'm very interested in. Okay, I missed one. There are 8 books for this month. 8. The Coldest Winter Ever, A Red Death, The Kindest Lie, The Vanishing Half, which I have yet to talk about, Prophets, Just As I Am, The Girl with the Louding Voice, and A Knock at Midnight. So The Vanishing Half, it is by Britt Bennet, not Brittany, Britt Bennet. And that book came out, The Vanishing Half came out last year. I just didn't make time to read it. Super excited to read it. I've heard amazing things. I think HBO or somebody won the bid to turn this into like a series or a movie or something like that. I've heard super good things about it. I am super excited to read it. That is the last book on my list. So all of those books included, like I said, 100 pages per day. I'm not super concerned about that. And I think that's all that I have for you. Per usual, like I said to you last month, if I do not get through all of these books, which I feel like I will, but if I don't, or like I start reading one and it's not, you know, as interesting as I thought it was going to be, or I'm just not in the mood to read it, I will pick up something else just so that I can meet my number. But if I don't meet it, like I'm not about to sit here and beat myself up. Okay? We don't do that around here. We set goals. If you do not meet your goals, it is okay. It is not a big deal. Life happens, okay? Let's keep that in mind. So with that said, if nobody has told you today, I love you. And I hope you have a good day and happy reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I don't know why you wouldn't be. But you know, work that out, boo. And like this video. And in the comments below, tell me what you're reading for February. What are your February plans? I know a lot of people like to read romance in February. I don't do romance. But I hope that you are reading some Black authors this month. Again, I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Oh. There is a bomb in Gilead. That's not how I start. Oh, Jesus is a bomb in Gilead. He's a healer. I'm supposed to be taking a picture. Am I the only one that thought that she was saying Jesus was the bomb in Gilead? Just me? When I was a kid, I thought she was saying bomb. And it made sense to me because, you know, Jesus is the bomb.